The International Space Station will be retired very soon. Will there be another space station? A race is happening on the commercial sector for a space station. I have with me Max Haot. He's the CEO of a company called VAST, which is building a commercial space station. India is also making a space station. Thanks a lot for speaking to me.
Thank you for having me. Namaste.
What is special about the space station which you are making?
So we're going through an era where the current International Space Station is one of the most expensive objects ever created by human, about $150 billion. And we are now transitioning to an era where the commercial space station are run by commercial entities, not by the government. So some of the two key criteria that is needed, firstly, it needs to remain safe, and then we need to lower the cost dramatically. NASA is running a competition called the CLD, Commercial Leader Destination, where next year in July 2026, they are expected to pick one or two winners that will have the honor and obviously the funding to develop the replacement to the International Space Station.
Is this what your space station would look like?
So VAST's unique strategy is that no one has ever built a commercial space station yet. And we want to build one before NASA makes the decision. So this space station that integrates with the Crew Dragon spacecraft of SpaceX is called Haven-1. It will launch on a single Falcon 9 rocket of SpaceX in May 2026. And it is a single module space station that can house a crew of 4 with important science, Starlink internet, sleeping berth, and obviously all the consumable to live there on 2-week mission. It will be on orbit for 3 years, and during that time we will have 4 2-week missions with the Dragon spacecraft. The main reason we do it is to win the NASA competition to get to build this much larger space station, which is composed of 9 modules. And you can see this module is actually a longer version and a bigger version of Haven-1. We believe that if we are selected in July 2026, we will have the first module up for NASA and other international partners on orbit by the end of 28, a year ahead of what NASA requires. And more importantly, it will allow NASA and its partner to test the replacement with a 2-year overlap before the retirement of the ISS.
How much will it cost?
Significantly less than currently today. And one of the key reasons is that first, VAST is investing $1 billion by the time we fly Haven-1 next year in private funding and some of our customer revenue. And in doing so, we've developed all the facilities, all the technologies. We have about 850 people in our California, Los Angeles facility. And so after that, we can make the next module not only quicker in 2.5 years instead of 3 years, and space stations have taken usually a decade or more to do, but at much lower cost because we use vertical integration and we build everything from the primary structure to a lot of the systems in-house. So
now you're building it from scratch, a fresh structure. You have Axiom, which is now going to link its module to the International Space Station. So do they have a head start? Will you be able to beat Axiom?
They started a long time before us, but I think the facts are telling us they're going much slower. Right now, their stated strategy is to launch that module in 2027. So if we achieve our goal, we're already at least 1 year earlier than them. And then the strategy is kind of interesting because the ISS is due to be retired. So if they go in 27, maybe 28, they will have to leave maybe just a year after they arrive. We are building a free flyer which does not need the ISS and can be standalone, irregardless of what happens to the ISS.
Well, you also have competition from India because India wants to launch its first module of the Bharatiya Antariksh Station or the Indian Space Station by 2028.
Yeah, we have potential partnership with India.
Or you look at a partnership and not competition?
Absolutely. The first step is that India might have more interest. Obviously, congratulations for the upcoming flight to the International Space Station. And India and ISRO might have more interest to train more astronauts before your own space station. So that could be an interesting discussion to maybe bring an Indian astronaut to Haven-1. In addition to that, you're developing the Gaganyaan capsule, and we have an interest to have more options to bring astronauts to our space station. So maybe we can be a customer of ISRO or through a commercial entity and leverage Gaganyaan to bring people to Haven-2. So these are discussions we're excited to explore and definitely have potential for partnership with what we expect to be, the fourth nation in the world to ever put a human in space. It started with the Soviet Union, now Russia, America, China most recently, and we can't wait for India to be the fourth nation to have the capability to send with their own rocket and their own capsule humans to space.
So you think there could be a collaboration between VAST and VAS as two entities where both collaborate, because India has an experience in frugal engineering. Mm-hmm. Is that a possibility that you do some engineering here?
I mean, the Gaganyaan spacecraft might become a great option that is affordable for us to use as a partner and as a service. I've also had the chance to open software businesses in India in my previous career, so I know how great the engineers are and how scalable and cost effective it can be. And yes, there could be option where VAS is also the subsidiary in India. We will see where this is our first time introducing VAST in India, and we'll see where these conversations take us over time. So
thanks a lot for speaking to me.
Oh, thank you.
I wish you good luck in the venture to have a commercial space station. So a commercial space station like this called Haven, in the vastness of space, made by a private company for commercial use. Who knows? The Bharatiya Antariksh Station could be cheaper than this, or they could join hands with camera person Xavier Thomas in New Delhi, Pallava, Bagla for NDTV.